there I was, taking a relaxing break for the first time this weekend, where it stared me in the face. My Hero Ultra Rumble. They couldn't have. Then I looked at the description. It's something out of my dreams. My Hero Academia Fortnite Edition.
It was at this moment that he knew.
He had to make a video. So in this game, you have 8 teams of 3, and each player is, of course, a character from My Hero Academia. And again, obviously, it's a hero-based game, but unlike Apex or other hero-based battle royales where every character just has slightly different hitboxes and tactical abilities, in this game, each character has an entirely different moveset, which is pretty cool. So, first things first, the characters. They're probably the reason you'll want to play this game in the first place, and I'll be honest, from the small amount of this game that I've played, I really like the characters. There's a solid amount of variety between them, and the characters range from a lot of different parts from the series, but there's still plenty of ground to be covered by updates or new seasons, whatever this game ends up doing. I was worried that playing characters other than just Deku and All Might would be behind a paywall, and honestly, I'm still confused because when you click the choose a character button, on the menu a lot of characters have lock signs and say you can't get this character, but you can still use the character. So whether I'm dumb or my game is glitched, either way, I'm glad that in my experience, no character I wanted to try was locked behind a paywall. Movement. Movement in this game feels good. In a vacuum. You see, I get the feeling they wanted to make movement feel really fast and fluid, but then didn't consider how that movement works in the map that they made. Because there are times where you'll climb up a wall with plenty of space to stand on top of it to get a vantage point, but then your character just leaps past the entire wall. Also, I'll talk about the map more later, but it's so tiny, and the characters moving fast makes it feel extra tiny. So overall, the movement is alright, but it's not super weighty. It doesn't really mesh with the game itself, and it's not like anything super special. So possibly the most important part of a battle royale is the gunplay. But in this case, because the game has no guns, the combat. And
it's alright.
It feels nice to land hits, but it doesn't really feel weighty. And this is admittedly my fault, but as of writing this, I don't fully understand how to utilize some characters' skills. But sometimes with these anime tie-in games, even if you get to their depths, they still are garbage. So this could be a me problem or a game problem. That's to be determined. Also, when you're knocked in this game, if you don't get killed by another player for 20 seconds, you just get back up, which can make fights really hectic and drawn out. But I would be lying if I said I didn't enjoy being able to just crawl away and not always rely on my teammates. And if you get killed when you're knocked down, you drop a reboot card, and any of your teammates with a recovery card can bring you back to life. So basically, fighting and revving works like any other battle royale. So looks. The game looks good. It can look a little bit cheap at times, but all the characters look pretty on brand and not like some terrifying abomination like some other game I know. But I really don't like the design of the menus. It looks really cluttered, almost like a mobile game. And I don't like all of the player banners just floating around with random pictures. It just makes the whole game look really cheap, where I feel like the game itself is of a higher quality than the menus would make you feel. The map. The map is just too small. I don't know what else to say. I'm just really not a big fan of this map. It's super unfair to compare this to massive games like Fortnite and Apex, but I don't know what to say. Those maps are cool. They have this expansive feel. And as the map is whittled down to a tiny corner, you go on an adventure. You have all these unique forms of transportation, and you meet people. Here you just run, and you're where you want to be almost instantaneously. I just don't like the map. There also aren't that many cool details or factors to it. It's just a very tiny space for you to fight in. So a very important part of an online game that I feel like is often overlooked is the process of actually getting into a game. And this game really struggles with that. First, you have to start the game, which is fine. Literally every game has this aspect. But then you have to get into a trio before you enter a game, which is kind of weird. And then you have to hope to goodness that nobody just wants to change their costume or two people want to be the same character, because then you all have to wait. Then you sit on a waiting island. Not to mention the fact that to get into a waiting island, it's kind of a long time because this isn't the most popular game ever. And then, rather than a battle bus or a hero deploy station or anything like that, you just click where you want to be on the map. And this is lazy and it would be a quick way to get into a game, but then you have to wait like 45 seconds for everybody to click a spot. So what's the point? With a battle bus, you get complex strategies, and with clicking, you get to make it more easy and convenient. But when you make that process take such a long time, you just end up ruining it. So then you just sit there for 45 seconds, just staring at your screen, bored, wanting to click off the game. Like, what's the point? My favorite part about this game is that it is just funny to play. This is an anime battle royale that's probably going to die out in about a year or two time. So with that in mind, that it's just kind of a gimmick game, this is both hilarious and super fun. I've been complaining about the game the entire time, but it really is just a solid game, and I'm holding it to way too high a standard. But there's just so much fun to be had. The way that the characters crawl is just funny looking. I don't need to explain myself. One of my favorite moments from playing this game comes when one of my teammates blew up a building and then rescued the helpless civilians to get items. I could not believe my eyes. Silly stuff just happens all the time in this game. If you just go at it with an open mind, there's so much fun to be had and funny moments to experience. In conclusion, this game, for as alright and fun as it's been to play, feels like a short-lived, gimmicky battle royale, just for anime fans to get their quick fix and then move on. That being said, for this beginning period, it's super fun, and I'm excited to continue playing this alright anime Fortnite battle royale. Hello, so the video is over. This is the outro. If you watched my other videos, this is not what I've been working on this past month. Also, I wrote this script kind of early, so I've been playing the game more, so there are a few issues with my script. Going back and fixing them, I think the video's alright, you know? But yeah, I also got a better microphone, and I mean, I'm pretty sure you can hear the difference in quality in the middle of the video just shifting. So yeah, quote of the day, or quote of the video, I guess. What is the quote of the video? Keep your focus up, not your hocus pocus up. Alright, that's what it is. Thanks for watching the video. Bye.